Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Mickey Mouse here, and I'm back from the Muxty Toys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Super Mario 64 for, obviously, the Nintendo 64. So last time we actually did obtain the wing cap, and then we actually managed to did down these some of these missions in Big Boo's Hunt, and as well as the completion for Bob-omb Battlefield. Because if you probably can tell, the 100 coin Power Star grab obtained, and also that we actually did done the final mission properly. So today for this video is that we're probably going to go ahead and just hopefully finish up with floor, in this case the first floor. So basically in order to get to the to this door right here, we need to acquire 8 Power Stars in order to access to this area. So I'm pretty sure we're pretty much at the end of the game, so yeah, we're pretty much going to save. Oh wait, I think Bowser's painting is actually being revealed. So do we slowly start to? Oh god, there's a trapdoor. So this, if you're actually entering in here, this means it was actually the first Bowser level that we actually you know, entering. So this world is actually called Bowser in a Dark World. Because, well, that was actually close to fall off right there. But, I managed to be perfectly safe from that part. So anyway, though, Bowser in the Dark World is basically the first level of the Bowser level scenario. And basically, it's all about, platform heavy. So, there's gonna be plenty of times when there's, like, a bunch of enemies that, just in sight. And as well as some, dangerous hazards are involved. Like, the flamethrowers that'll come out of the, you know, the hole stone right there, and then basically there's some bunch of Goombas inside, but there's like these guys are pathetically easy to kill with. So as far as when the Power Star obtain is concerned for these types of levels, I believe I'm pretty sure they only contain like only 3 of them in the game, but this is the first one. So basically that the entire secret Power Stars is actually being revealed in the Princess Peach's castle, just like how it does in some other missions ago. Basically what you have to do is basically collect 8 of these red coins, you know, just like how we did that in the aquarium cube shape, type of level, as well as the wing cap course. And, I think that's about it, obviously, but there are a lot of, red coin challenges in the, during the castle, secret stars until later on, but, anyway though. So if you do fall off in the level, then you have to re-grab the red coins again, because if you do... Oh god, I got zapped by these amps. Yeah, those amps are the newest introduction to these enemies, since, well, they're firstly introduced in this game, so now for the last 2 red coins, we have to be very careful right there, just because you don't want to accidentally fall off to the level itself, because again, if you fall off in the main level, that means you have to re-grab some of these coins again. So, in fact, I'm presuming that one of these red star coins was actually going to be located somewhere roughly at this edge here. So, I'm guessing this might actually be the last one of them. It looks like it's not. So, I only got about 1 red coin left. So, I need to figure out where the heck it is. But I know exactly what I'm doing here. So, excuse me, I just got something in my throat there, I really do apologize. So anyway though, a few things I just want to mention about something is that recently during tomorrow that it will actually going to be revealing the next Nintendo eShop title, which is on the Nintendo DS type of game. And that will have to be in the 2016 game, which was known as Mario Hoops 3-on-3, also known as Mario Slam Basketball. That usually that's what it calls in the PAL version, so, anyway. And, anyway, though, but, what I've noticed that when I used to play that game on the Nintendo DS, that I haven't exactly completed everything about it, although the only thing I got stuck on is the toughest Star Cup. Because, oh my god, Bowser's Castle is such a pain. Because, you know, those plotterboos are littered with plotterboos everywhere. But anyway though, enough about that game, but let's go ahead and fight against Beltre himself. Oh yay, what's up with his this model looking? I mean, his face looks a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Dopey. Is it just me, or is it just something more likely his eyes are spreading out? Or perhaps even then, that his mouth has actually got a bit more weirder? Granted, in the DS version, it just makes... Oh gosh, I'm almost going to die. But yeah, if you somehow let Bowser actually just try to use the ground pound ability, which can temporarily do like a little earthquake, or this little stun attack, basically, he'll just get hit. So, basically, the entire portion of this fight is by basically, if you press the B button at his tail, and then if you actually rotate the control stick quite a few times, and then if you press the B button, and then you can actually chuck at Bowser anywhere. However, the entire impression of this is that you need to actually chuck Bowser at one of these bombs in the arena. So in this first part of this Bowser fight, it's basically just one-hit kill for Bowser in this case. So there we go. That's it for Bowser in the Dark World. So they only got like one power star and one of the first keys we actually obtained from the game. And why'd you use this key? Well, you simply put, you're actually going to be going down here, the exact same location as where Big Boo's haunt is, but except rather than just going after the Big Boo, instead we can just go down the staircase. And if we unlock this door here, and welcome to the basement level. So this means we're essentially in the almost to the halfway point of the game. So even then though, I got about 38 power stars right now. So even then though, I'm just breezing for those stars literally fast. So now you see this little rabbit is about to hopping presumably in this little room. He actually got himself a power star that he actually got inside of him. So yeah, basically what we have to do in this particular task is by basically catching him. So it might be a bit difficult, and you have to be quite accurate with your just in a little diving movement. But if you manage to grab him during time, then the power star is rewarded to you. So yeah, that was about it basically. There's also another variation of this rabbit chase sequence while basically collecting a certain amount of power stars. I believe you can only grab like 50 stars in order to actually let that happen, but you'll see why until we actually get into it later. So for now, let's go ahead and head off to the next level where we're gonna have to go into the particular order while going through this little door right here. And then there's another secret power star where you can actually talk to this toad. Yes, I'm not kidding, there are toads are going to sometimes give you power stars. Which for my first time playing this game back in 2009 or something like that, I did not exactly know that, but after realizing that I have to ask one of these toads can actually obtain you some power stars. So yeah, that would be pretty handy for getting 100% completion. Alright, here we on to the next world in the game, which was course 6, Hazy Maze Cave. The mission number 1 is Swimming Beast in a Cavern. So it's weirdly enough that we actually go ahead and enter this little puddle or the water effect type of portal, but that's just how it is when it comes to those types of situations like this. So basically the entire impression of this level is by basically maneuvering the different spots or different locations in the level, and every time we enter this new location, this means you actually come across into this, little new obstacles along the way, or something like that, or new enemies to actually introduce in this game, like some little spider enemies. So, and also it made these spider enemies do make a comeback from New Super Mario Bros. On the original DS game. I don't think it does make a return in, New Super Mario Bros. Wii or New Super Mario Bros. 2. Although, I kind of think of that. I think they did make a return in the, New Super Mario Bros. 2. Because of the, you know, at least for the handheld New Super Mario Bros. Games, but I'm not exactly sure on the other, like, console versions of the New Super Mario Bros. Games. But I do know the fact that, the portable, or in this case, the handheld variations of the New Super Mario Bros. Titles always seems to actually provide us to actually think that, you just gotta persuade that, think that there's gonna be spiders enemies during the, I think it's in the forest nature level. So anyway, so for what I've noticed what I was gonna do right now is that I think I might actually go ahead and do the first mission of this level and also the 100 coin power star in this mission. So Yeah, I thought it was worth just mentioning that from the start. How come I got hurt by that Mr. Y whenever he's not dead or not? Come on, man. Anyway, though, so, I don't mind this level. This level is really cool to actually just look at it, especially how creepy the atmosphere of this actually looks. But even then, though, it's quite a fun level to actually play through. And also, you might actually come across into those little arrow pad little platform right there. It does kind of reminds me of a Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix or a Dancing Stage Mario Mix dance mat, which it does reminds me of that actually. But if you stepped on one of these arrows, they'll actually let the platform starts to move. So just wanted to mention that. So I'm assuming in this area right here, this is only used for the next mission, which I'll do that for later. But basically what I have to do is just constantly just grabbing those red coins, because again, I might actually go ahead and say no, I think I might do the 100 coin power star task for Hazy Maze Cave first. So yeah. Let's just jump from over here, just in case I won't manage to die, or in this case fall off to the large height, or the highest height, because you don't want to accidentally just fall off in the highest height, because if you do, then you probably lose some health. So anyway, those last two red coins are over there, but I'm not exactly sure where the last two are, but I think the last two are, although there's one over there. Let's see if I can reach that actually. Bit close though, but I might actually pass and just save that for the next mission, because I'm just gonna concentrate doing the 100 coin power star thing, and as well as the first mission. So anyways, we have ourselves a little Sputer guys right there. They're actually flying as opposed to standing as the ones in Super Mario Bros. 2, or in this case Super Mario USA. And right over that, there's the blue coin switch. So, yeah, that's where it locates. And as you can see, we have ourselves a little swoop bats. That, if you somehow either jump on them or just kick on them, then they'll just give you just a coin. So, and as you can see right there, we actually come across into probably the most dangerous place in this level. It's the poisonous gas. Every time when you stand onto that if you stayed on the poisonous gas for too long, not only do you actually just think that, that you're actually going to come across into those really, bumpy, little, ramps, or in this case, steep, ramps and all that. I'm not exactly sure what that was like, sorry, I'm just confused by explaining. Anyway, though, basically, if you stand on the poisonous gas for too long, that also counts as losing your health. So, again, in order to make this survive, in order to make you survive from this place, is the fact that you need to actually provide us to actually, you know, get some coins to actually restore your health. So, anyway, though, so I'm gonna go onto this little, hole right there, which actually not only does it lead me to the way out of this, this poisonous, maze, but also, this will actually lead me to I think this was actually the next power star, but I'm not gonna grab that power star just yet, because again, I will do that in a particular order, so rather than just actually doing, like, some little, mishmash of missions on the odd decision making, so, I might, pass on that for now, but, let's see if I can make this as a long leaps of faith. Oh, that works too. Because, if I somehow die, and if I actually accidentally, slip onto that hole right over there, that way I have to re-grab this whole coin collectathon again, which, that could be a bit of a tedious sometimes, but, at least, I know what to do from that part, so anyway. Okay, we got some more coins onto that little, or in this case, surrounded with that little, yellow exclamation mark block. So, that takes care of that. And now we can just head down here without even, like, damaging ourselves. But thanks to that ground pound, that actually gives us a lifesaver sometimes. But if you somehow ground pound for the highest height for too late, you also might as well get counts as a hit. So anyway, So the entire portion of this level, or this mission rather, is that we can actually come across into an introduction to the new Mario characters introduced in this game, which was known as Dory. So think of like that in Mario Party 3, the minigame from the item minigame, Dobby's Dip. Well, that's what these guys look like. So basically, in order to actually, if you're actually trying to go ahead and reach up to higher places, you have to make sure that you have to ground pound and at him so that you can actually hop onto its head. So yeah, there we go. That's the 100 coin power star is being accomplished. And also, the first well, the first mission in Hazy Maze Cave has been completed as well. So the swimming beast in the cavern is revealed as known as Dory. So basically, if you want to hop onto its head, you simply just ground pound onto it to its back. Because if you do, well, you know. Okay, mission 2. Elevates for 8 red coins. Now, as far as you guys already saw from whenever I was gonna try to do the 100 coin power star mission, well, I'm gonna grab all the 8 red coins as much as I can. So that's why I suggested that it was actually on this location. So if you probably can tell, because of this little star is actually hovering, as you can see over there, that actually represents the red coins mission. So yeah, that's how that works. So anyway though, right then, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's hop into this little dance mat right here, even though it does still reminds me of that. Or in this case, a little directional pad platform. So anyway though, let's go ahead and get started. So the first red coin's over there, so you guys know you should saw that coming. And the next red coin is actually hiding into here. And the next star coin on... I kept on saying star coins because I always kept thinking of New Super Mario Bros. Games rather than just the 3D Mario games. Oh, no. Yeah, because yes, the next red coin is located on here, and then the other one was actually located from here. So I know what the last 4 are, so yeah, at least we actually got 50% of those, you know, red coins collecting, so yeah. As far as there's not much I can just explain to talk about, besides, you know, tomorrow will be Mario Slam Basketball will actually be revealed on during that to the Wii U's Virtual Console eShop download. I'm not exactly sure I was gonna get that. It's probably because I might actually get some bit of frustration, especially to consist of Bowser's Castle level on that Mario Slam Basketball. That I never seem to beat it because, oh my god, plot boosts are everywhere. And also the AI is actually really damn ridiculous. Especially how unfair it is. So that's why I'm not going to be tackling through Mario Slam Basketball just because. Although, granted, Sonic and Tiona did manage to do Mario Sports Mix back in 2014. So that's going to be something, right? But again, that between Mario Sports Mix and Mario Slam Basketball, both games are being developed by, it does have a partnership for Square Enix because of their Final Fantasy characters is actually in the guest character slot, and also one Dragon Quest character, which was Slime. It did make a comeback from that in the Mario game from ever since Boom Street, or Fortune Street if you want to actually confirm to actually call that. So anyways, let's see if I can actually do this little landing position to actually grab this power star. Whee! And perfect landing. Alright, sweet. So now we're done with that, and yeah, there's not much I can just to say about it, really. So now let's move on to the next mission down below. Mission number 3, Metalhead Mario can move. Seems more confident. So, basically the entire portion of this mission, I might actually save this mission for later, probably because I have to get ourselves a new power-up, or in this case a new item. Basically, in order to actually find it, it's only specifically in this Hazy Maze Cave. Don't you slip off. Ooh, that was close. Oh god, some Indiana Jones boulder reference. So, yeah, I don't know why that was there in the first place though. So anyway though, so in order to actually find ourselves a little next power-up, which was just known as, well, you know this green exclamation block is completely visible. That, you can see that right there. that I can't use that at the moment because we need to find a secret passageway that actually leads us to this next secret course, or in this case, the next one of the the secret courses throughout this game. So basically, it's very similar method as it does it for the first mission, but except rather than just going ahead into the center and grab the power star that way, but instead we just once again right onto Dory right here. But what the thing you're supposed to do is the fact that you can actually hop onto this. Oh, sometimes if you're actually just trying to let Mario look into a certain direction, and then if you're actually trying to do that, then you're essentially trying to go ahead and just trying to lead or guide Dory from that way. So yeah, that's how this works. If you want to let you guys know that, if you hop on here, that we come across into these two jointed doors, and this will actually lead us to a secret passage of Hazy Maze Cave, and that was actually the exact same puddle effects. Those are ones we actually did encounter the Hazy Maze Cave hop world, or in this case the Princess Peach's castle for that matter. But this will actually lead you to the second power-up cap stages. This is actually called Metal Cap Switch Course. And just like the ones in Wing Cap course, that we have to actually ground pound the green switch in order to let these blocks become solid. So if you do that, then you'll actually just allows you to actually introduce into probably the most popular power-ups in the entire Mario universe, and it also makes that specific character will make his reappearance in the other games. This was actually represents for Metal Mario, in this case Metal Cap. So what this power-up can do is that not only you actually be temporarily invincible or something like that, or maybe it's something like that, but also it allows you to actually walk underwater without any sort of contact with swimming and stuff like that. So it might be really helpful, especially if you don't want to accidentally push into the rapids right there, because if you get blown up by the rapids, you don't immediately die. You just get kicked out of the level, and because of that, you just walk back into Princess Peach's castle. So anyway. Now, since we got the metal caps, and now we can actually do the third mission for reals this time. So after all, that we actually got a metal cap, in this case Metal Mario, because now that you can actually use Metal Mario to actually walk on water, and in fact there was actually a switch that you can actually find in that specific area in order to actually just to reach to this next power star. So well, basically do that. Well, simply put, just reach into this exact same section as it does it for the first mission and the secret passage method. So yeah, because of that, Metal Mario is actually as I said from Metal Mario that he constantly appears in any other games of Metal Mario. That he did appear in Mario Kart 7, and he also did make his appearance in Mario Kart 8. And then, as well as, what else did he actually make his own appearance? Super Smash Bros., the 64 and Melee, and as well as Brawl and the 4th entry. But anyway, though, yeah, at least some people complain about that Metal Mario was actually a clone to Mario for Mario Kart 8, and especially Mario Kart 7. And heck, even especially the Mario Tennis Open. But even then though, Metal Mario Tennis Open was actually a bit overpowered. So once you activate the switch, and this will actually lead you to this room, where you can simply put this long jump all the way to the power star onto platform to platform. So that's all you're literally trying to do. Be careful of these bottomless pits right there, because if you do fall off, then you have to redo the whole progression again. So I want to let you guys just recap on that. So, I'm gonna have to finish this video right here. So next time on Let's Play Super Mario 64, is that we're gonna go finishing off Hazy Maze Cave, and then we'll move on to the next world afterwards. So see you guys next time. Later, fellas.